So first off, we start with capo on the 8th fret. It's on the 8th fret, it's in the key of C. For the intro, you start off on a C chord. Quite simple. What Jake Nauta does, he hammers on the 3rd finger on the 4th string, so on the 2nd fret. So the first chord's a C with a hammer on where I just told you. And then he moves, he keeps, for the whole song he keeps that finger there, and also that finger there, but we'll get to that later. So he keeps the first finger on the 2nd fret, on the first fret of the 2nd string on the whole song. The next chord after the C in the intro, it's a G chord, but you don't need to worry about the root note. You just play on the 5th string the 2nd fret with your 3rd finger. And what he does for hammering on this one, he hammers on that note on the 2nd fret, and then after he hammers on that, he plays the 4th string. So and then he goes to an A minor 7. And what he does for hammering on this one, he does similar style to what we did for the last chord. So he hammers on the 2nd fret on the 4th string, and then just plays the 3rd string. So and then he moves to an F shape, but he doesn't put on the 3rd finger. So it's just 2 fingers like that. And what's different about this one, he now adds this finger on the 3rd fret on the 1st string. Now that finger will stay there for the whole song, as well as the pointer finger on that fret. So and now you've pretty much learnt the whole song. So for the first verse, it's very much the same as the introduction that we just learnt. The only exception is that those two are on for the whole time, whereas in the start of the introduction, the pinky finger was not on that 3rd fret. So you start off in a C shape, the same thing. Move to a G shape. And the A minor 7. And the F. And then do it again. And then for his awesome acoustic version at the Blue Mountains, which I prefer, he holds the F for 2 bars, and he just plays it again. Now, the second half of the 2nd verse is a little bit different. So after going through the cycle once, it moves down to the A minor 7, and then from there he'll move to a G. From moving from the A minor 7 to the G, he plays the A minor 7, plays a C note, and then the G chord. So just from the end of the first half of the 2nd verse, A minor 7, C, G. It's a full G chord. And then you go to the A minor 7 again. And then you play that 2nd chord that we learnt, the B, the G, with just this finger on it. And then back to the F. That's probably a little bit confusing, so I'll go through the second, from the end of the first verse into the 2nd verse. So it's the F, C, G, A minor 7, F, A minor 7, And that's pretty much the first two verses. He moves into the chorus now, which is exactly the same as the first verse that we learnt. Then he adds the G chord in the end. So the end, the very last bit of the chorus, C, G, A minor 7, F, G, C. The third verse is the same as the second verse, except for a little bit at the end. So I'll just take you from the end bit. That's all the same as the end of the second verse, but he repeats those last three chords. So he goes to the A minor 7, the G, and then back to the F. And then straight into the chorus. So you play the chorus, and then for the little bridge bit where he says "right here with you," it's exactly the same as the chorus. So you just repeat the chorus over. At the end of that, that bridge bit ends exactly the same as the chorus does. You just play out. You do a double bar of C. 'Cause this time it's forever. I knew I got it right here with you. Very much the same chords throughout the whole song. It's very simple.